get to do some art. You're gonna get your little Ziploc bag that you picked up at the school, and you are going to choose to start with the 2 big white pieces of paper and the 1 purple piece of paper. And we are going to make either a Christmas or winter decoration or a Christmas winter card. You get to choose how you want to use it. And remember, I'm showing you how to do it, but you're going to take the main idea from my card and you're going to make your own details. Does it sound a little bit like ELA? It is. All right, main ideas and supporting details. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my purple paper, my white paper. I'm going to put them together, carefully line them up corner to corner, and I'm going to fold them in half. And I'm making sure that I'm doing a nice, neat fold. We want to be nice and neat and careful. Now I'm going to take away the purple. I'm going to show you this is going to be the fold of my card. It's going to open up this direction. And I'm going to turn this into a snowy scene. So I want half of it, the bottom half to be all snow, and then I'm going to create a snowdrift along the top. And I'm going to do that by kind of pinching a little above the fold, and I'm going to tear, and I'm doing a controlled tear so that I can turn it into some kind of drifty snow. And I can move my hands, and ooh, I don't really want it going up quite like that, so I'm going to get my fingers way in there, and there is my snowdrift. And the nice thing about the snowdrift like this is you get this kind of rough edge that makes it look a little bit more like snow. All right, you're gonna need to have your glue, and that was also in your little plastic bag. Your cute little teeny glue. I think these are adorable. And you're going to glue it onto the purple page, being careful to go right close to those edges. And I am just drawing a little pattern to fill up that space because we want this to glue down nice and neat. In fact, I'm going to kind of put a little extra glue right alongside either side of that fold. Now I'm going to put this down. I'm going to line up those corners, line up that fold, and I'm going to really just press it down. Okay. Once that's down, you might need to walk away, do your extra math, let it dry. Walk away, do your quiet reading, let it dry just a teeny bit, and then come back. All right. Now I'm going to fold. I'm going to be back. I'm going to fold my paper in half, and I am going to decide where, when I open this, I am going to have little snowmen that are popping up. And so you have to think to yourself, how many snowmen do you want to create for your little snowy scene? I'm going to create 3. So I'm going to put my thumb down. I'm going to do it with a marker just so you can see it. If I were you, I'd do it with pencil. Put my thumb down, and I'm going to trace some lines on either side of my thumb. That's going to create the pop-up. Either side of my thumb. And then this one I want to be a teeny little baby snowman, so I'm just going to do some little short lines. I'm going to do my best to make them parallel. This one I didn't quite do parallel, but I can correct that when I'm cutting. Now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut on those lines. To open up my card, and I'm going to pop them out. Now they were folded, and so it's a little bit awkward, but I know you can do it with a little careful. I'm going to pinch right there and make a new fold going the other direction. I got to kind of poke it in because there's 2 layers like that, and I'm going to kind of poke it in and give myself a fold. Now, this is the trickiest part of the whole thing. I'm going to carefully bend this down and make sure that they're all poking out, and I'm going to fold it down and rub it down flat. Now I did a better job with these two. See, this one isn't gonna pop up quite as far because of how I folded that. So I might have to go back and fix it by pinching it out a little bit closer. There we go. All right, that takes a little bit of patience, a little bit of thinking it through and moving slowly, but now I have little pop-ups. And those pop-ups are going to be where I put my snowman. So I'm gonna take my scrap and I'm gonna draw my snowman on my scrap. And I'm gonna try to be careful that I am not wasting any paper because we don't have a lot of extra. So I think I'm just gonna start by drawing my snowballs. I'm gonna have one that's a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna have room for another one right here that's a little bit smaller, and I'm gonna have room for my baby one right here. I'm going backwards, I'm going from head to bottom. All right, and now I'm gonna cut them out. Okay, now I have my 3 snowmen. I am going to flip them over so that I don't see the pencil marks, and now I get to kind of just decorate them any way that I want. The papers that are half sheets are your papers that you'll use for scratch paper for multiple projects. So the ones that are smaller than half sheets we will be using for specific projects. So just choose the half sheet ones and you can decide how you want to decorate your snowman. Now, if you have other materials at your house, maybe you have some ribbons, maybe you could use for scarves, maybe you have a little bit of glitter, maybe you have googly eyes, whatever it is you have at your house, you can use that too. Sometimes wrapping paper looks really great. If you get a little strip of wrapping paper, you could cut a scarf out. You get to be the artist, you get to make the decisions, and just have fun with it. You're going to get your snowman and you're going to put a little bit of glue right here. You're going to decide which snowman goes right there, and then you're going to glue that snowman onto the flat part of the card. If you have a white crayon, you could draw snowflakes. If you have glitter, you could sprinkle glitter to make it kind of shiny and nice. You can probably think of a lot of ideas I haven't even thought of. Another way to do the snow is you can take, if you have a paintbrush, you could of course use a paintbrush. If you don't, we gave you one of these. If you still have it, if you haven't already used it, you can open up your little bag of white paint and get a little bit of white paint on the tip, and then you can go and just make little snowflakes like that. It just takes a tiny, tiny bit of paint. Don't throw this out though, because we can use it for other snowy projects as well. All right. Then you've got a bunch of space down here. You could, if you want it to be a card, you could write Happy Holidays. You could write to Mom, to Dad, whoever you want it to be to. Make sure as an artist that you sign your name though. Make sure you always sign your name. And you add whatever creative details you want. If you want to make it look more finished, you're going to take this second piece of white paper, carefully fold it in half, and you are going to do some quick glue again. If you have a glue stick works well for this also. Not too globby of glue, and so it doesn't wrinkle the paper up too much. And then I'm going to carefully lay this on. The trick is you don't want to get glue in where these spots are, or you can accidentally glue it shut. So I'm going to go like that, making sure that I accidentally got a little glue there. Forgot to mention, don't go too close to the crease. And push it down, and then when it dries, you can go back and you can add a decoration with crayons or markers or whatever materials you want on this side. And when you fold it, happy holidays, you open it up and it's a pop-up card. Or you can just simply leave it out on a table somewhere and have this cool holiday decoration. All right, thank you everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time.